Hello my fellow degenerates. Today I present a game I actually enjoy, Girls Frontline 2. Back when I was made in the autism factory, many cruel ironies were played on me. I was made to love cars, yet cannot drive. I was made to love tanks, yet cannot join the army. I was made to love guns, yet I cannot own them. And finally, I was made to love women, yet I cannot talk to them. But on the other side of the Great Firewall, a man had a solution to two of these problems. What if guns were actually cute girls and they loved you? This simple idea would lead to the greatest mobile game franchise known to weebkind. But first, we must try and recap Girls Frontline 1. Some spoilers ahead. Warning, this series is a book disguised as a visual novel, which in turn is disguised as a turn-based strategy game. So if you don't work out at the library, I advise you move on. The world is in dire shape after someone in Shanghai accidentally sets off a griefing trap left by the ancient aliens. This leaves a huge percentage of the world uninhabitable and irradiated with magic alien nonsense. In response, someone makes the gigabrain move of starting World War III. 32 years later, and things are slowly recovering. You are the commander, a literal gigachad recruited by the PMC Griffin and Kruger because you have multiple dating sim world records. You are assigned Kalina, a money-stealing succubus who acts as your logistics officer, a handful of dolls, and command of an elite squad. Your task? Destroy the rogue doll manufacturer Sanga's Ferry, who are LARPing as Skynet, and bring peace back to the wasteland of Eastern Europe. And whilst you are at it, maybe marry and reproduce with your dolls. However, you have been deceived. Not only is the elite squad not that competent, but Sanga's Ferry is also much stronger than you were told. Things only get worse when you are betrayed by part of the Soviet military, who are intent on starting World War IV, because last time was a non-canon game.
Why are British fucking troops flooding into this? Piss off, you eat me supply! My eyes are fucking retarded, man.
And this time they will use exploits to ruin it for everyone else. They have also been working with Paradeus, a cult and terrorist group that makes use of cybernetically enhanced child soldier clones. After escaping them, you are sent to Belgrade to prevent a diplomatic incident, but instead end up playing multiple rounds of COD Zombies. You are next dispatched to Estonia to try and stop any of the factions from using an ancient alien relic to grief everyone else. You suffer 95% losses, but you win, so this is referred to as acceptable casualties. With the Soviets now mostly out for the count, and Sanga's Ferry recruited via the power of friendship, you head to Germany for the final showdown. Despite everyone trying to sabotage you, the commander manages to pull off another impossible victory. But fearing your growing power, the New World government, the same one that those crazy conspiracy theorists have been warning about, force you into exile and ban contact with any of your former dolls or colleagues. Now, finally on to Girls Frontline 2. Spoilers for Chapter 1 and 2 ahead. 10 years have passed since you saved the world and were forced to abandon your harem. The world government has expanded and annexed the Soviet Union, and now controls the vast majority of the world. The commander is in dire financial straits, having spent all of his money dodging responsibility for a decade. One simple job and his fortunes will be reversed. Just transport this very ordinary box across Ukraine. Bazinga! Turns out the box contains a small child. With his paycheck now lost, the commander is forced to seek answers for why someone would attempt to use him as a human trafficker. Dodging child support requests from his former co-worker as he goes, and maybe along the way finding loopholes to rebuild the harem. But you must be ready to fight Gopnik bandits. Repainted robots from the first game. And, most dangerous of all, giant gay frogs.
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay! Do you understand that?
Things have gone missing since the first game. Dummy linking has been dropped, so no more massive orgies. Your heavy weapons have also been confiscated. But in exchange, everything has gained a third dimension. At its core, Girls Frontline 2 is just simplified anime XCOM. Not that that's a bad thing. There is just enough strategy and thought needed on the harder content to keep it interesting. Events also tend to come with a minigame, which range from good to snooze fest, but they don't take very long and are worth the rewards regardless. There are two schools of thought for how to play this game: the cringe meta nerds and the Chad waifu users. Pick your favourite characters and you'll do 99% of the game with no issue. Most missions also allow you to borrow a friend's doll, who can solo most early to mid-game content. Friend code in description if anyone is in need of it. Just don't expect to do ranked PvP like this, but that mode exists only to bait whales who want to show off their EP-ness. The game also features a basic attachment system, so you can either LARP or make literal abominations that would make Gun Jesus angry. I don't play other gachas because I am only somewhat brain damaged. However, as far as I can tell, Girls Frontline 2 is very reasonable with its rewards, and even a full free-to-play should be able to get every doll over time. Honestly, I just click auto and max speed for most content. I am here for the story and the dolls. The rest is just window dressing to me. Complaints. Gunsmoke Frontline is draining. Why do I have to do this multiple days in a row? Just use my top score and let me automate it. Why is the publishing situation so janky? At least you can download the Darkwinter PC client regardless of location. Moaning over. I suffer from an affliction that makes me lust after curvaceous anime women. A sickness for the thickness, if you will. This game helps me medicate this terrible curse, but it also offers a waifu for any degenerate. Including... What else can be said? You want booba? The game has all shapes and sizes. If you are a cake enjoyer, then welcome to the bakery. And finally, yes, it has disturbingly good feet models. Now I am not a foot enjoyer, but I can respect the craft of making quality feet. But perhaps you are here for more than just fan service. Then grab a ring and marry your waifu. You'll be rewarded with a cute little side story between you both. I love this game, and I am very happy it managed to fight off the angry Chinese fanbase and make it to the rest of the world. Highly recommended, both to gadget addicts and those who just like waifus. Thank you for watching, but for now, good goon, and goodbye.